Hey everyone, I'm Zen Bake, this is Auto Group, and this is the 2018 Lexus GS350 F Sport all-wheel drive. So sorry I didn't post a video last week. I was very busy and I didn't have any good footage for last week's video. But this should be well worth the wait for you guys, because this is the only car in the whole class that has the most performance-based chassis and tuning compared to all the other ones. Seriously, if you think about it, I'm not joking. The Cadillac CTS, you know, of course it has a lot of sporty chassis and everything, but it is a luxury car. And the E-Class and 5 Series from BMW also, these cars are so focused on massaging seats and heated door panels and this leg room over there and air suspension ride, that they're forgetting about what a car should be like in the sports sedan segment. It should be like that, because they should have good sound, and they should have the most value. They could fit 5 people in there, have a lot of good luxurious features, but still remain sports sedans. You know, you can't make it like, you can't make the E-Class the S-Class, for example. You can't make the GS the LS. So Lexus totally stayed true to that. Let me show you around this car. First of all, this car does not have any turbos, and you may be like, oh no, this time you should have turbos. You know, how are you gonna stay up to speed with all the other competitors in the specifications category? But this car makes 311 horsepower, hits 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, and it's based on a rear-wheel drive platform. You can get this in all-wheel drive, like this particular one. This is in black on black, so you got this 40 touches already. And the ride quality, this does not have air suspension, no massaging seats. It has nice, tight performance seats that are pressure point free, so you don't feel like uncomfortable in them at all. And they have bolster tighteners for the driver's seat. Also, the ride quality, especially with these wheels, these 18-inch performance wheels, this car has more of a tied down, no body roll, kind of a little bit stiff driving quality, which I really like about this. It's not meant to be super cocooned, and you hear road noise, you hear engine noise. That's how it should be. In the back, I love the fact that these lights have that blacked out touch that, you know, the people buy those stickers for their lights up front and back to make them look all dark and cool. What Lexus did is made it even like, it's a very light shade of dark gray, but you could see the light, you could see the brake lights, you can see the indicators. It's an awesome style. You have dual exhaust outputs in the back. Of course, it is a V6, more exhaust the better. I would prefer that Lexus goes with the way the GSF has 4 exhausts. It would have 2 circular ones rather than these garnished exhausts. I would prefer that, but it's not a big problem because these look fantastic. And anyway, since this is a luxury sports sedan, you can't leave out luxury just because you're going sporty. You know, too much sporty is not good in this category. So, in the interior, as you open this heavy, solid door, soft touch material up top, leather stitching, 3 memory settings, piano black wood, all the way soft touch down here. You got your Mark Levinson sound system in here, and very comfortable seats. Awesome, they hold you in place. Look how many settings there are on the seat. You got your bolster tightener, and you got your lumbar support. As you press this button, the bolsters come in more and they come out more, which is really cool. Once the car is on, I can show you more. You got awesome aluminum pedals down there and a perforated leather steering wheel with the singular gauge cluster style in the middle. F Sport badges on the steering wheel. Awesome leather stitching on the gear selector also. You got this weird like hex, I don't even know what to call this aluminum trim over here on the door. Looks very nice. I like the way it's set up, and it has an actual pattern. And of course, you know, like I said, this is still a luxury car, so you got a brilliantly padded leather dashboard up top, and of course leather steering wheel, leather seating, leather armrest all the way over here, so when you rest your knee on here, it's not some stupid plastic or anything. You got 4 driving modes on it, and there's also a customized, which I still don't know after all these LC500 videos we've made. I don't get what the customized system is for. It's not like Mercedes where you can tune the engine to be on sport and you can have the ride at comfort. This has Sport Plus, Sport, Normal, and Eco. I prefer it to put it at Sport Plus because I feel like what Lexus has done, they have active sound conditioning in the car, but I don't think they talked about it much in this car like they did for the GSF. Because you can tell right as you put it to Sport Plus, there's more intake noise inside, which is very nice. Let's take a look at the front end. Also, I wanted to show you the way the mesh grille works with these fishhook LED lights. It all just comes together, sort of pointy over here. You got your radar, cruise control. Of course, you know, you can't come out with the luxury amenities just because you want a sporty car, which is awesome about this car. It's a mix of both. All right, so since this has LED tail lights and headlights. This has this fishhook design. This is LED, and these are the triple LED headlamps that Lexus gives. This is an extra option. I think it's about $500 or $600. It's totally worth it. They look absolutely fantastic considering this. The normal one has a little bulb, and I don't really like the way the bulb looks compared to these three, you know, that really cube type design. It has so much chrome out front, but it doesn't look any like cheap or overdone. You got some fake over here like mesh, like it's air intake, you know, you get those real ones in the GSF, but it gives this car a very nice angular look from the front and very handsome. I don't know why people complain about the spindle on this car. So for the back seat, this is set at my dad's position. He's about 6'2", I'm about 6'2", and sitting behind myself, it's a little tight, but it has these like indents in the seat so you can really relax over here. You got your armrest over here. It's just like in the GSF and the GS200T. You got the Mark Levinson speakers on the door, soft touch all the way down here, and you got a little compartment over here to maybe put your coins or anything. No smoking. This is not your ashtray. And of course you got your window controls. So what I love about this car, all of these other, you know, companies over here getting so luxurious with the back seat like a reclinable or something, you know. This car does not have a TV in the back, no massaging seats, no center control over here. Straight up just an armrest the way it should be. Put that thing up and then you could get a third person in here. Very comfortable seats. I'm so comfortable back here. You could lift this in case you want a little bit more comfort in the back. And then you got this very nice like cloth headliner. It's not Alcantara, but it doesn't look like the cheap one that you get in Mercedes. If you don't get the Alcantara, you get this very like grainy cloth material. I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't like it. But the door panel, I mean, look at the materials. They're the same one from the front. What would you expect any less? And of course, you got the Lexus sill plates over here, which are awesome. I love those. And this is a brand new car. It only has 10 miles from McGrath Lexus of Westmont. So if you want to come check this out, it's an awesome car, about $60,000. Totally worth it for this car. Considering if you want to get the inline 6 engine, which is a competitor of this engine, it has a little bit more horsepower from BMW. I'm talking about the 540i. It starts at about 58,000. 58,000 is the starting, and then it could go up to 70,000 if you want to fill it up the way this car is. This car starts at only $47,000 with the 4-cylinder, and then $3,000 more, you get the V6. Then boom, you're off from there. Get the F Sport, you know, big engine. I love that about this car. It's very cheap compared to the competitors. Now let's go ahead and drive it and check out how this car is dynamically with the steering, accelerator response, and brakes. Alright, so this is normal mode, and it feels great. Like, I absolutely love the performance of this car. If you pop it into Sport Plus, very capable chassis. Excellent ride and everything. The steering wheel is nice and stiff also. I love that about this car. Let's also test the manual shifting a little bit. This is my first time driving this car, so I just want a little bit of practice. The steering ratio is nice and stable. I like that. And the indicator sound is great. Listen to this. It's so quiet. I don't even think you can hear that on the camera. It's very nice and quiet. I really like that about this car. And the accelerator pedal is nice and loose. I like that. So there's a little bit of pedal, the gears shift response is a little laggy, but it's not bad. I like it, but I prefer to keep it in the automatic. I feel like it's much better suited for this car. And the brakes are just great, and the steering wheel, it just sticks. Great. I mean, that was crazy. And the brakes are great. You just stop and it's not annoying. You know, they're not too sharp. They're just great. sound is fantastic. Man, this car is quick, you know, and it doesn't throw you back in the seat like in an uncomfortable way, and I really like that. So of course, this car has all your luxury amenities, like your heated steering wheel and stuff like that. A bumpy road, but man, it's just so capable. It just turns. Look at how sharp it goes in the turns, you know. This is like one of the most back roady type things you find here in Chicago, because it's all just mainly highway. And this, man, it's just so capable. This train has such a nice and light weight to it. I love that. Man, it's a great experience. Driving this car is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I feel like this is the champion in the segment in terms of performance. Overall, the time with the Lexus GS350 F Sport has been fantastic, and I have no problem in saying that this car is the best in terms of performance in the whole category. It has a great steering response. It's nicely weighted. The steering wheel is greatly weighted in my opinion. The accelerator is free, considering this car is just brand new, 10, 15 miles on it. It has a great ride quality considering it has like 18 or 19-inch wheels, these ones. And overall, the shape on the inside and outside and the luxurious features and the performance together make it worth every penny of $60,000 in my opinion. You can also get this in rear-wheel drive and with 3 different engines. You can get this in a naturally aspirated 467 horsepower V8, that's the GSF. You can get it in this naturally aspirated V6 or the $46,000 GS200T, which is now known as the GS300 rear-wheel drive. That car has a 241 horsepower engine. So this car is in the middle. It's perfect. In my opinion, this is the most power you need to do anything you want to do on the street. It has great Michelin tires on it, very sticky considering this was a rainy condition, and it was very fun getting it out on the road. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Auto Group. Make sure to like and subscribe for weekly videos, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Overall, the Lexus GS350 with us has been, of course, you got your awesome sound system over here, Mark Levinson sound system. Alright, so since this has you got the Mark Levinson speakers on the door, soft